Retired people going back to work, homeless veterans, and millennials and Gen Z still living at home. Hi, it's Edward, back with another video. Please take a moment to click the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing to the channel. Please also share this video with your friends. Thank you for your support. Today, I read several financial news articles. I've included links to the articles in the description below. I encourage you to read the articles to support the authors and news sources. As a private American citizen, I'd like to report and share my transformative thoughts through commentary regarding small sections of these articles that are of public interest. Today, I read an article on Yahoo Finance put out by MoneyWise and written by Sarah Lewis titled, "Prices Are Astronomical. Millions of seniors are unretiring to make ends meet amid higher consumer prices and dwindling savings." The author of this article indicates people who retired from the workforce are now heading back due to financial concerns. The author went on to reference a survey from online resume building website Resume Builder, which revealed 1 in 8 retired Americans aged 62 to 85 are likely to start working again this year. A whopping 61% of respondents said they're being squeezed by inflation and the cost of living, while others said they didn't save enough for retirement or they're trying to pay off their debts with their potential job income. Well, my friends, I am sure this is a shock to some of these people. I am sure they were excited and happy when they retired, but now they have to go back to work to survive. Inflation has been impacting people across all walks of life. What concerns me is the author used the words likely to start working again this year. This means these people have not yet secured employment. I worry that some may face ageism in the workplace when they go looking for jobs. Unfortunately, this does happen. I also worry that some people who have been out of the workforce for a while may have let their skill set get antiquated. Even though unemployment is low, there are still no guarantees when it comes to finding a good paying job in some industries. It's scary to think about people who have no choice but to go back to work to survive, but they may not have the same employment prospects that they once had. Now there is some good news. The author reports that about a third of people said they are returning to work to fight off boredom. I have to wonder how many people actually said this because they didn't want to be embarrassed by the fact that they did not save enough money for retirement. I read some of the comments beneath this article, and I found some of them to be interesting. Before I share the first comment with you, please understand this is the view of one commenter. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with what he is saying. One commenter named Paul said this is why Biden can brag about high employment numbers. Retirees forced to return to work to survive. Another commenter said, "I am wondering where their kids are. I help my parents out as much as I can. I can't fathom watching my 87-year-old dad working out of necessity." I'm going to share my thoughts regarding that comment. Their kids may not be in any better financial shape. They may be living paycheck to paycheck and barely surviving. In fact, their kids may even be relying on credit cards or buy now, pay later loans to cover the cost of living each month. The last comment that I'll share with you came from someone living in Jamaica who said, "Move to a cheaper country. I did and live a very nice life. Doctor visit, $20. Car insurance for a year, $180. 3 x-rays for my hip, $32. Well, my friends, this is not the first time someone has suggested moving to another country. I've had some viewers comment in the past about the low cost of living in Southeast Asia. I suppose that is always an option for people who want to get out of the economic reality here in America. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I read an article today on ZeroHedge.com written by Tyler Durden, likely a pseudonym for writers at Zero Hedge, titled, "Homelessness Rises Among U.S. Veterans for First Time in 12 Years as Immigration Crisis Escalates." The author of this article referenced a recent report from the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, that revealed there was a 7.4% increase in veteran homelessness between 2022 and 2023, and estimates that more than 35,000 veterans are homeless on any given night. Over the course of a year, according to the report, almost twice as many veterans may experience homelessness. In total, HUD estimates that nearly 13% of the homeless adult population are veterans. Well, my friends, this is very sad. Veterans often put themselves in harm's way to protect America, and in some cases, other countries as well. Many had to experience things that normal citizens cannot even imagine. It is sad that so many are now homeless in America. With all of the aid that our government provides to other countries, they could do more to help veterans who are struggling here. Can you believe that nearly 13% of the homeless adult population are veterans? Until I read this article, I would have never imagined that to be the case. The author of this article referenced Kate Monroe, a U.S. Marine Corps veteran who said, "This is the ultimate betrayal by the U.S. government." She said, "What we're saying to our homeless veterans is that we as a country don't care. It's no wonder why recruiting is down by 20%. Well, my friends, I am not surprised that recruiting is down by 20%. Think about the national pride that people had in the past. Think about the people who willingly enlisted after the Twin Tower attack in New York. Perhaps some people are not feeling the same level of national pride that they once did. Perhaps some are not happy with the decisions the government has been making in recent years. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I read another interesting article today. This one was on Yahoo Finance, put out by Benzinga and written by Janine Mancini, titled, "I'm a Gen Xer and I'm living with my mom because I can't afford to pay rent anywhere right now. The latchkey generation faces financial hurdles, battling rising housing costs alongside Millennials and Gen Z." The author of this article referenced a study conducted by Rent Cafe, which revealed a significant portion of adult Gen Zers, ages 18 to 26, live with family members, with figures reaching 68%. Interestingly, 1 in 5 millennials haven't left the next year. The author indicates this signals a broader issue challenging traditional expectations of independence and financial security. Well, my friends, life in America is expensive. Many young people who start working are probably not earning enough to afford rent in some areas of the country. It is not uncommon for a studio apartment to cost $2,000 or more per month in some cities, which often does not include utilities or parking. Keep in mind, some young people have student loans they need to pay off, and the cost of transportation continues to get more expensive, especially since the average new vehicle price in America is approaching $50,000. Even a worn-out used car is not cheap anymore, and car insurance continues to get more expensive. I read some of the comments beneath this article, and some people had different views than me. One person wrote, "Likely this person has no problem affording Starbucks coffee every morning, takeout dinners, concerts and trips with friends, etc. They don't want to move out because they have gotten too comfortable in their current situation. Working part-time while living free and clear in a fully loaded home gives them the ability to have all of the extras and many luxuries as well. Why move out or do anything differently? No one values their independence anymore." The next commenter, named John, had a completely different perspective. He said, "Buy a gun and move to a depressed area. Plenty of houses under $100,000. It's what me, my wife, and my kids had to do. I don't know what else to tell people. Depressed areas are the only affordable places left to buy a house in America. Get a security system, a dog, a concealed weapons permit, buy a couple of dependable beater vehicles in the $4,000 to $5,000 range because you don't want to make yourself a target by buying a new vehicle. But ensure you have more than one in case one of them breaks down because you don't want to take public transportation. Keep mostly to yourself. Don't dress like a white-collar professional worker. Simply blend in with the working poor and you should be fine. At that point, you may even have the money to put your kids into private schools." Well, my friends, I suppose what this commenter is suggesting is certainly an option. Some people could also consider living in a decent area and taking on multiple roommates to split costs instead of living at home with mom and dad. I'd never suggest that unless the roommates were well vetted. Even then, there are risks. It's possible roommates may stop paying rent or cause damage to the property. This could end up being a costly mistake in the end. What do you think about Gen Zers and Millennials who are living at home? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. Check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.